I just wanted to say that first of all, this video is going to be about translating from Arabic into English. I will be talking about rules. It will be a series of videos which show, this series which shows that how do you analyze the Arabic text and how do you produce an English equivalent. It will be quite a long kind of series. I will start with the first word. Well, let's have a look at the first word that I will be talking about, or how it comes in. This is, by the way, this is a book. This is my book, which was published in 2013. It is about. I can show you what the title of it is. This is the title. This is the book itself, the book cover, and you can see it is called Arabic into English in translation, syntax in translation, which was published in 2013 by a well-known publisher in Italy, in Rome. I have divided it into chapters, various chapters, according to the Arabic language syntax, in other words, and it is quite very interesting to look at it. Now, let's look at today about the word ma in Arabic, which is quite common, and it's got various meanings to it. Well, I will show you how ma is translated depending on its position in the sentence, and how you will actually do that with some exercises. Of course, the word ma has many meanings, as I said, and it can be for a negation, or it might not have any function at all. But this word, it could mean, it could be dropped if it is, it will not be translated. As in the case, ma jaa Ahmadu. You would say Ahmad did not come. So ma here means not. And then in the Quran there is the ma hadha basharan. Of course, there are many translations of that. One of them is Halim's. He says he cannot be mortal. But then if you look at another translation of the same of ma, which is done here, and you can see that in this one here, I'm just going to fix the page so that it won't fall, so you can see it properly. And you can see here, no mortal is this, that's Yusuf Ali. No man is this, Al-Hilali and Khan. And then my translation is, no human is this. This is how for the word ma, in that expression. Then, وَمَا مُحَمَّدُ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ. According to Halim, it is, Muhammad is only a messenger. And then Yusuf Ali, Muhammad no more than messenger. And then you have Al-Hilali and Khan translating it differently as well, slightly differently, which is, as you can see, I'm trying to sort of, maybe I'll zoom out a little bit. And this way you will know that it is actually related to the way it says Muhammad is no more than a messenger as well, Hilali. So of course this is another way of reading, it's no more than, and then we have فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ لِنْتَ لَهُمْ, and then out of mercy from God, you, the Prophet, were gentle in your dealings with them. And it is part of mercy of Allah that you don't deal gently with them. You see, in the first three, I mean, this is my, if you want, I don't want to really read my own explanation here, but it is clear that the ma has changed its meaning slightly in these ones, slightly, but there's a negation in it, and there is, and it is being used to mean no and not, and that is a very important element. There's also, I mean, if we are looking at the word ma, not as an article or particle, but it's more of looking at it as a noun, as in the case of this example here, which is also interesting to look at. You see, here the word ma is acting as a subject, or as you can see the translation of it. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. Everything is ma fi, it means everything. So here ma means everything. And then you have another translator saying, you know, it's whatever is whatever, or everything is, or and then whatsoever. So you see, all of these three are, and you can say all things in heaven and earth. This is my translation. You see, the word ma here means a thing or what, as in the case of the examples shown earlier. So this is yet another way of, and here's my explanation, and I don't want to go through it. It's a little bit, if you want, if you have time, you can always look at it and actually analyze it. There are still more uses of ma in terms of translation. And then, for example, here, I'll just go for this one here. Mustafa Ali, hello. Yes, ahlan Mustafa Ali. Here, as you can see, I'm just going to try to get to show you the third usage of ma. For example, here you have example, ما أدرك أن عليا قادم. ما أدرك أن عليا قادم. Here ma means what or how. But it's more of what than how. ما أدرك أن عليا قادم. What has made you realize that Ali is coming? Or what has made you realize, or how do you know that Ali is coming? So the word how or what here, in this particular instance, it can be translated in that way. And this is usage number 6. Then usage, and here's another usage. There's not number 6 is number 3, but here, according to the book, there are it is numbered differently. Another example of ما أكلت اليوم, what have you eaten today? This is another element where it is telling you or asking you, what have you eaten today? So it's translated as what. And then you have here ما أجمل السماء, what a wonderful sky, or how wonderful is the sky. Yeah, this is another ma which has a different meaning as well. And then we move on here. ما ترى رأي ما نرى. In other words, you don't see what we see, you don't think what we think. Okay, that is another form where it is interesting to see how ma is acting here as not and what. The first one is you don't see, you don't think. ما ترى, which means not. ما نرى, what we think. It's another form of that. And then you have another example here. جمعت ما جمعت means I collected or I gathered what I gathered. This is a kind of certainty of quantity or certain quantity when you are collecting. And you say جمعت ما جمعت, meaning I gathered what I gathered. And then you have هم ما هم, they are what they are. And فأعطاني ما كان عنده من خبز, then he gave me what he had of bread, or what he had of bread he gave me. This is another form of ma, and you can see he's the what, how changes from what to where to not, depending on this one here. I hear ما وجدت مركبا, وجدت, I made a mistake in it in the printing. ما وجدت مركبا قبل الذي أتيت به. I didn't find a ship or a boat before the one in which you came or on which you came. So here you can see the word ma, I did not find. So this is another form of showing you how ma is used. Again here, more examples, because the more examples you get, the better your understanding of how ma is used in Arabic and how you can fix the English for that. اتفق على ما تطلبه الناس. اتفق على ما تطلبه الناس. Here, which is just let me just here, number 14 here. It says اتفق على ما تطلبه الناس. He agreed. اتفق. He agreed as to what people asked, or agreed to what people have demanded. And then you have number 15. It says ما بلغت الباب حتى سمعت. As soon as I heard I did not reach the door. Okay, when I heard, I didn't yet reach the door when I heard. So this is ما بلغت الباب حتى سمعت. ما فعلت حتى استوجبت القتل. What did she do to deserve to be killed? Okay, ما فعلت حتى استوجبت القتل. What did she do to deserve to be killed? This is again the what يعرف ما يريد حقا. He knows what he wants really. And then another one. والله ما نبالي أين ذهب. By God, we don't care where he went. or حيث ما ذهب. يمكن أفضل. Then we have more examples, and that is really interesting as well. فيما يتعلق بالزراعة. Here, of course, more examples, and you can see in whatever relates to agriculture, or as far as agriculture is concerned. So I'm just sort of making it more literal, so you can see now the syntactic structure of it, because the book is called syntactic or syntax. ما لا نهاية, again, infinity. لا نهاية أو ما لا نهاية, and you can see how it's being used here to give you this kind of meaning to the word ma, which is quite an interesting and very, very important to learn it that way. More examples you have. شكره على ما قدمه. He thanked him for what he offered. And then we have سيرجع يوما ما, he's going to come back one day. And then غيرت موقفها لحد ما, she changed her position to a certain extent. And then why do you like a certain artist? لماذا تحب فنانا ما? And then يجري اتصالات مع جميع الأطراف بما فيها حكومة إسرائيل, هي بما فيها including. So it's very interesting to see how ma is changing slightly in its meaning and how it's being used. I think I'm going to stop here, because that is for today the class about ma, which I hope that it has actually created some sort of an understanding of how ma is being dealt with and how it's being translated. And of course, this kind of structure is common and used quite often. And I will be carrying on with this kind of series on translating from Arabic into English in order to make it easier for some of those who don't know Arabic that well in terms of structure. Have a nice day.